out or stopped bending like most phones do. Some parts of the phone can handle the flex, like the metal frame, but one thing that can't handle the flexing is the rigid and brittle AMOLED display panel. That display underneath the glass cracks, rendering the screen pretty useless since the colors now have a mind of their own. The back panel starts lifting off and both the front and rear glass shatter into oblivion. You might be thinking, let's move on to the bend test. I thought the solid aluminum body would do a much better job of holding this phone together. But I was actually really surprised at how easy this phone was to bend. It looks like the weakest point is right there where that power button is. Right smack dab in the middle of the frame. It wouldn't even turn on now that the button is broken. It really did not take much force at all to bend in half. The closest thing that I can compare it to is taking a little bit of pressure and yikes. I am being completely serious when I say my little sister could have bent this phone in half with her hands. The Nexus 6P is a joke. On to the bend test. This phone broke faster than a soggy graham cracker, so let's watch it one more time in slow motion. Not every aluminum alloy. Let's move on to the bend test. This robin did not make it very far from the nest than others, so let's start the bend test. As we start the flex, it is immediately reminiscent of the Redmi 3 Pro. With the screen flexing out of the frame, you can see the plastic edge crack on the display. The major difference here is when the Note 3 screen actually comes up and out of the back panel. I was not expecting that to happen, as it seems like common sense to screw all the components together instead of free float them. It is built very similar to the HTC M9, which also failed the bend test. Because of that, free phones on my YouTube channel. I agree, it's a slightly strange hobby. I've only had 5 of these 50 phones catastrophically fail. Most phones are pretty well built, budget phones included among the flagships. But this phone in particular doesn't quite make it. The quality of a phone is essential to the people who want a phone that will survive everyday life. And unfortunately, this BlackBerry Key 1 is not a survivor. I was even holding the screen when it popped out of the frame. It surprised me to see the screen do that, since most other screens like Samsung have so much adhesive behind them it takes a high-powered heat gun or industrial hot plate to remove them. And this BlackBerry screen is held in by nothing. A quick bend from the other side, and at this point my screen stopped functioning entirely. One, the power button was kinked, since the glass is adding zero structure.
And I give it all I got. Oh, there we go. That's what it took. See what's on the inside of this iPad. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, this literally bends like butter. Oh my goodness, I'm 3, 2, 1. Wow. Super easy to bend, like unbelievable.
1.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, oh my gosh, that is literally like silly putty. Once the display is already broken, like you can warp this thing this way. Oh. I'm literally playing around with this and it's bending like nothing. That's crazy. So let's look what's under here.
It was Monday, January.
It's literally just a little plastic film held in with some adhesive. Okay. Wow. I did not think it would be this easy. Let's try up here. Yeah.
Okay.
Literally just bending it like nothing. The most bendable Apple product I have ever had the pleasure of bending. Still works though. Look at that. Bend it in some more. And here. This is so bad. I don't think this will be an issue in day-to-day, but like do not keep this in your